melted. For every boy and girl, the sun will come up in a new town each morning, in a sad and beautiful world. In these times, these dangerous times, a world held down by fearful minds. Shots ring out, church bells chime, in a sad and beautiful world. In these times, these dangerous times, a world held down by backwards minds. I was born on a cold winter's morn, in a sad and beautiful world. In a sad and beautiful world. In a sad and beautiful world. In a sad and beautiful world.
Parking lots, rolling home every night after dark. You would see her shooting pool down on Saint Laurent, like she was shooting for the moon and the stars. You wanted to steal her away like Sir Lancelot and sing her calypso songs in the park. But she was always shooting pool down on Saint Laurent. So you were shooting for the moon and the stars. And the stars we sang upon the banks of the port of Montreal, just after closing time at the bar. We fell down on our knees on the steps of the Oratoire, just two in the hairdo we think we are, shooting for the moon and the stars. You fell too many times in that parking lot. You got tired of counting your scars. Monday morning back at school at Loyola Hall, still you were dreaming of the moon and the stars. You started to give away all those things you bought, traded your skateboard for a guitar. You decided to quit school and said fuck it all, for you were shooting for the moon and the stars. And the stars we sang among the ranks to an old-time country song, sheltered by the Blue Angel Bar. We spoke in broken French, so we never could belong. Just two in the hairdo we think we are. Shooting for the moon and the stars. Shooting for the moon and the stars. Shooting for the moon and the stars.
You're listening to CITR 101.9, broadcasting from UBC's Point Grey campus, located on the traditional, unceded Coast Salish territory of the Hunkaminam-speaking Musqueam people.
Nisiyam nisiyaya thikum quinansab hydra siyam nisiyaya anthasyakhlia talitin homasque masteo.
You're listening to CITR 101.9, broadcasting from UBC's Point Grey campus, located on the
Cosmic dreamer, where are you? I need you. Oh, I need you. Dreamily swimming through the phosphorescent waters of night sky. Yang Shiva to Shakti, a whisper to a bang, Heathcliff to Kathy. Oh, cosmic dreamer. Tide is following her lover, the unholy concubine. Her barren womb still reaching out to some deity from a long lost line. Yin to the yang, Shiva to Shakti, an aria to the twang, Heathcliff to Kathy. Oh, cosmic dreamer. Oh, cosmic dreamer. Shiva
shouting a whisper to a bang. Heathcliff to Kathy. Oh, cosmic dreamer. Oh, cosmic dreamer. Oh, cosmic dreamer.
You're listening to CITR 101.9, broadcasting from UBC's Point Grey campus, located on the traditional, unceded Coast Salish territory of the Hunkaminam-speaking Musqueam people.
Nisiyam, Nisiyaya, Thikum Queenam Sep, Hydrocasiam, Nisiyam, Nisiyaya, Anthascaclia, Talitin, Homasqueam Masteo.
Dans la cour du palais, lundi, mardi, tralala. Dans la cour du palais, il y avait une servante. Elle attend d'amoureux, lundi, mardi, tralala. Elle attend d'amoureux qu'elle ne sait lequel prendre. Elle attend d'amoureux, lundi, mardi, tralala. Elle attend d'amoureux qu'elle ne sait lequel prendre. Qu'elle ne sait lequel prendre, lundi, mardi, danse. Qu'elle ne sait lequel prendre. C'est un petit cordonnier, lundi, mardi, tralala. C'est un petit cordonnier qui a eu la préférence. C'est un petit cordonnier qui a eu la préférence. La belle si tu voulais, lundi, mardi, tralala. La belle si tu voulais, nous coucherions ensemble. La belle si tu voulais, lundi, mardi, tralala. La belle si tu voulais, nous coucherions ensemble. Nous coucherions ensemble, lundi, mardi, danse. Nous coucherions ensemble, lundi, mardi, dans un grand lit carré, lundi, mardi, tralala. Dans un grand lit carré bordé de perles blanches. Dans un grand lit carré bordé de perles blanches. Lundi, mardi, tralala. Aux quatre coins du lit, quatre pommes d'orange. Dans le mi-temps du lit, lundi, mardi, tralala. Dans le mi-temps du lit, la rivière est courante. Dans le mi-temps du lit, la rivière est courante. Tous les chevaux du roi, lundi, mardi, tralala. Tous les chevaux du roi viendraient y boire ensemble. Tous les chevaux du roi, lundi, mardi, tralala. Tous les chevaux du roi viendraient y boire ensemble. Le noir et s'est noyé, lundi, mardi, tralala. Le noir et s'est noyé, le plus beau de la bande. Le noir et s'est noyé, le plus beau de la bande. Si le roi le savait, lundi, mardi, tralala. Si le roi le savait, nous nous ferions tous pendre. Si le roi le savait, lundi, mardi, tralala. Si le roi le savait, nous nous ferions tous pendre.
bed with your sheets soaking wet. Old familiar age twisting high above your head. Watch and wonder, see it unravel. From a coiled up old snake to a tendril of fire. You found your joy, your God's little boy. Lean into the mirror and now it's so much clearer. Through the eyes of your father and the voice of your creator. You made your decision, you got a holy vision. Now you move with grace and deadly precision. You found your joy, your God's little boy.
I think we're ready. Good afternoon and welcome to the Meldon Hall at St. James. My name's Steve Edge from Rogue Folk. Great to be the host, presenter of this event. Thank you very much. Yesterday, I did not know what day it was. I had that 2 hours sleep last night, or the night before, but tonight I know it's Saturday. I thought it was Saturday yesterday, so my apologies for my confusion. And I'm just going to do the land acknowledgement and introduce your MCs for the afternoon. This is going to be great. This songwriter showcase is going to be fabulous. And when that's finished, the action moves downstairs. There's a movie, and then later on in the day, we've got the first awards night. It's going to be amazing, spectacular. Anyway, the CFMAs respectfully acknowledge the Musqueam, Squamish and Tsleil-Waututh peoples on whose sacred, unceded and ancestral territories we are gathering. We also acknowledge and honour the original peoples of this land from coast to coast to coast who have lived here for thousands of years. Thank you to all the First Nations, Inuit and Métis for sharing space as together, in person or online virtually, we celebrate the creativity and diversity of the Canadian folk music community. Wow, cool. All right, so we are on sacred land. We are on unceded Musqueam, Squamish and Tsleil-Waututh territory. What a privilege it is to be able to do that in this venerable hall. So, I'm going to introduce you to our afternoon hosts. Sandy Schofield is a multi-award-winning Métis musician and songwriter from the Saulteaux and Cree nations, and her many past awards include a Canadian Folk Music Award. Marc Fournier is a host and producer on Radio-Canada and a popular music columnist. So, please welcome our afternoon hosts, Sandy Schofield and Marc Fournier, to introduce the rest of the proceedings. Have fun, everybody.
Good afternoon, I'm Sandy.
I'm Marc. Bonjour. Bienvenue.
We're really happy to be your host for the afternoon, and we want to welcome you to the second of 6 events over 3 days that make up the 18th annual Canadian Folk Music Awards.
Bienvenue à cette deuxième des 6 activités de la 18e édition des Prix de la musique folk canadienne ici à Vancouver.
The show is made possible by our generous funders and sponsors, the Government of Canada, Factor, Creative BC, Music PEI, SOCAN, the SOCAN Foundation, the Oliver Schroer Estate, and Peter Kaufman, the Slate Family Foundation. Oh my God, it's going on and on. Fogarty's Cove Music, Edmonton Folk Music Festival, the Alliance Nationale de... Oh, you say that one.
L'Alliance nationale de l'industrie musicale.
Borealis Records, Calgary Folk Club, Fish Creek Concerts, Stony Plain Records, and True North Records, One Guitar, 100 Hands, Upper Folk Canada Folk Fest, and Wavelength Media.
Ce concert est...
That was a mouthful.
Je vais vous le répéter aussi, malheureusement. Mais c'est important parce que le concert a été rendu possible grâce à la générosité des commanditaires, bon, le gouvernement du Canada, Factor, Creative BC, Music PEI, SOCAN, la Fondation SOCAN, la succession Oliver Shore, Peter Kaufman, la Fondation Slate Family, Fogarty's Cove Music, Edmonton, le Festival Folk d'Edmonton, l'Alliance nationale de l'industrie musicale, Borealis Records, Calgary Folk Club, Fish Creek's Concerts, Stony Plain Records, True Note Records, One Guitar, 100 Hand, Upper Canada Folk Fest et Wavelength Media. Merci.
Let's give them a round of applause
Wow,
for
les applaudit.
supporting the Folk Music Festival Awards. Okay, the CFMA organizers are delighted to be here in Vancouver with the generous and indispensable help of the Rheaume Folk Club and Mr. Steve Edge. They are also, yes, they are also excited to be live streaming these shows worldwide over the internet. A program for all the shows can be found on the CFMA website at folkawards.ca.
Les organisateurs des prix de la musique folk canadienne sont très heureux d'être ici, à Vancouver, et grâce à l'aide généreuse et indispensable du Rheaume Folk Club, merci Steve Edge, sont aussi très heureux de pouvoir diffuser ces concerts en ligne sur Internet afin qu'ils puissent être écoutés partout dans le monde. Vous pouvez consulter le programme complet de tous les concerts, c'est sur le site web des PMFC, prixfolk.ca.
And today we're going to present Songs and Stories, showcasing 6 outstanding Anglophone, Francophone, and Indigenous singer-songwriters selected from this year's award nominees from various parts of Canada.
Cet après-midi, nous présentons les chansons racontent, une vitrine au cours de laquelle vous entendrez 6 remarquables auteurs-compositeurs ou auteurs-compositrices de diverses cultures, anglophones, francophones, autochtones et en provenance de divers endroits au pays, tous en nomination cette année.
And so we're going to start off with a Montreal-based duo who have had success together, but are also individually known as singer-songwriters.
On débute le concert avec Ancolie.
Anik Baroubé was born in a small village at the gates of, oh, help me.
Gaspésie.
Natalie Burns also had a career in acting. They have received 1 CFMA as French Songwriters of the Year in 2018, and this year they're nominated again in the same category. It gives us great pleasure to present
Ancolie. On débute le concert avec eux. C'est un duo qui est originaire de Montréal, qui connaît succès comme duo, mais chacune des membres mène une carrière individuelle aussi comme auteur-compositrice, interprète. Annick Bérubé, née dans un petit village à l'entrée de la Gaspésie. De son côté, Nathalie Burns fait aussi carrière comme comédienne. En 2018, elles ont reçu le prix de musique folk canadienne comme auteur-compositrice francophone de l'année. Cette année, elles sont à nouveau en nomination dans cette catégorie. C'est avec grand plaisir qu'on accueille Ancolie.
Bonjour. On est ravis d'être à Vancouver au prix de musique folk canadienne. C'est un honneur pour nous d'ouvrir le concert Songs and Stories. C'est la première fois qu'on performe à l'événement, mais c'est notre 2e présence au CFMA. Et tout comme à Calgary en 2018, on se sent vraiment bien accueillis.
C'est extraordinaire comme artiste francophone de sentir qu'on a notre place au sein de la communauté folk canadienne. Our album, Les Ébranlements, is a sensitive and soul-bearing record. We speak of self-esteem, pressure, perfectionism, performance anxiety, and other lovely inner torments. This song is called Mon échelle de Richter, and it's an open window on our own hypersensitivity. Basically, we're telling our loved one, don't worry if my emotions and my reactions seem overboard. I'm used to it. Just hold me. Just let the wave pass. It's gonna be fine.
Du haut de mon échelle de Richter, je sens les vibrations du cœur, un peu trop fort de l'intérieur. C'est dur de voir pleurer la terre. Toi, tu ne sais pas d'où vient ma peine. Tu vois une faille à colmater. Tu tentes tes mots pour étouffer le volcan qui se déchaîne. Je ne pourrai pas changer, j'y suis pour rien, tu vois. C'est comme ça qu'on m'a tricoté. Pas besoin de parler, laisse-moi être moi dans tes
choisie pour confidente. J'absorbe tous les ébranlements. La fissure secoue ses craquements. Malgré moi, je suis l'épicentre. Ne t'en fais pas, je sais quoi faire. Ça prend ma sphère de solitude. Diminuer la magnitude sur mon échelle de Richter. Je ne pourrai pas changer, j'y suis pour rien, tu vois. C'est comme ça qu'on m'a tricoté. Pas besoin de parler, laisse-moi être moi dans tes bras. Je sais mon âme est une éponge, mais il n'y a pas que des tourments. Dans le bonheur aussi je plonge, la beauté se décuple autant. N'essaie pas tant de me comprendre, ne crains pas de percer l'écorce. Laisse-toi toucher par mon cœur tendre, laisse-moi trembler de toutes mes forces. Je ne pourrai pas changer, j'y suis pour rien, tu vois. C'est comme ça qu'on m'a tricoté. Pas besoin de parler, laisse-moi être moi dans tes bras. Je ne pourrai pas changer, j'y suis pour rien, tu vois. C'est comme ça qu'on m'a tricoté. De parler, laisse-moi être moi dans tes
Thank you. Si on a approfondi des sujets qui étaient très sensibles pour ce deuxième album, on a aussi renoué avec un thème qui est le thème moteur de la démarche créatrice d'Ancolie.
La quête de sérénité. Le désir de se déposer, d'alléger, de désencombrer. Decluttering, to let go of the piling objects that we have no use for. To let go of the destructive emotions too.
With that in mind, we wrote Mon armoire à misère. If she was a performer, that's the song Marie Kondo would be singing.
Si ça spark pas de joy, on flush. 3, 4.
Une épingle rouillée, un carton d'allumettes, un morceau de casse-tête,
un bijou démodé, une bougie consumée, un vieux carnet
adresses de noms qui disparaissent. Ces objets futiles qui s'empilent, ont-ils leur place ici? Il faut faire de l'espace pour du beau dans ma vie, balayer mes angoisses, trouver une éclaircie, laisser entrer la lumière, vider mon armoire à misère. Un mot ressassé, un amour pas assez à balancer en miettes dans le bac à oubliettes. Un espoir fatigué, une colère refoulée, une rancune, une promesse, des poussières de tristesse. Ce rappel intime qui m'abîme n'ont plus leur place ici. Il faut faire de l'espace pour du beau dans ma vie, balayer mes angoisses, trouver une éclaircie, laisser entrer la lumière, vider mon armoire à misère. Une belle armoire qui brille enfin, un papier glisse sous ma main, une liste inachevée, Londres, Berlin, Paris, Genève, une map monde à colorier. Tiens, se réveille un rêve. Il faut faire de l'espace pour du beau dans ma vie, balayer mes angoisses, trouver une éclaircie, laisser entrer la lumière, vider mon armoire à misère.
Thank you for your warm welcome, even if you didn't understand the word. C'est un plaisir d'être ici. Merci au Prix de musique folk canadienne pour la belle invitation. Merci à la belle équipe au son qui font un travail fantastique. Merci.
Troublemakers.
Ouais. Ils disent que je suis le troublemaker, mais je comprends pas pourquoi.
Moi, je sais.
Tu sais? On va pas le dire. Merci au Conseil des arts du Canada qui nous supporte dans nos déplacements et qui fait en sorte qu'on puisse se rendre jusqu'à vous. Merci à Jacques du Tourneur de Lance qui nous accompagne pour la suite des choses. Et merci à nos amoureux.
In our repertoire, we have quite a few songs about the idea of slowing down. Hey, turn that off. Seize the day. Take a beat. It's one of our strong wishes. We're longing to live and work at a slower pace, but in truth, we're not really good at it. It feels like we're always running. And on court comme des poules, pas de tête. Mais I guess that's why we keep on writing about it as a reminder. So for now, let's just fully enjoy this last song and this whole amazing weekend at the CFMA in Vancouver here with all of you. Thank you. Did you turn it off?
Tu m'écris, tu es désolé. Tu me parles d'imprévu. On ne compte plus les lunchs et les cafés manqués. Tu ajoutes, on se reprendra. On a toute la vie devant. Mais en vrai, ce qu'on a, c'est maintenant. Prends ma main, on va débarquer, sauter à pieds joints hors de ce train fou. Un moment volé pour voir on s'en va où. Un moment pour filer doux, tout doux. Pour te dire, je suis dépassée par ma vie sans dessous-dessus. Je ne compte plus mes heures et mes idées perdues. Tous les jours, l'épreuve à relais. Je sais plus pourquoi je cours tant. J'ai rêvé qu'on vivait plus lentement. Prends ma main, on va débarquer, sauter à pieds joints hors de ce train fou. Un moment volé pour voir on s'en va où. Un moment pour filer doux, tout doux. Te souviens-tu du temps flottant qui se laissait prendre? Rappelle-toi nos vies d'avant, avant de devenir grande. Je m'ennuie de ce qu'on était et nos fous rires me manquent. Je sais, c'est pas parfait, mais parfois je me le demande. Prends ma main, on va débarquer, sauter à pieds joints hors de ce train fou. Un moment volé pour voir on s'en va où. Un moment pour filer doux, tout doux. Prends ma main, on va s'arrêter, sauter à pieds joints hors de ce train fou. Un moment volé pour voir on s'en va où. Un moment pour filer doux, tout doux, tout doux.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci Ancolie. Merci Ancolie.
Oh, what does that mean, Ancolie?
C'est une
Oh,
fleur.
that's the name of the group.
C'est une fleur. Columbine in English. Name of the
Yes,
flower,
that's
name
right,
of the
that's what they
band.
said, yeah. Okay, for many of us, our first exposure to this next artist was through his band, Midnight Shine, and their version of Neil Young's Heart of Gold. That song featured powwow singing in a verse in Mushkegowuk Cree. He taught himself that song with a harmonica borrowed from an elder and a harness that he fashioned from a coat hanger, 2 sticks, and elastic bands.
Et au début de la pandémie, isolé dans une communauté accessible seulement par avion, alors que all the flights were cancelled, il a construit son propre studio d'enregistrement dans un conteneur. Ce qui l'a amené, that led him to a nomination at the Junos. Père de 4 enfants et grand-père de 5 petits-enfants, c'est un porteur de tradition et un leader culturel respecté, finaliste dans la catégorie auteur-compositeur autochtone de l'année. De Attawapiskat sur la baie James.
Please give this next artist a very warm welcome, Adrian Sutherland.
Chasing big city dreams, got no fear. 'Cause I got a song that will get me the hell out of here. But every time I get my feet moving, for a moment I see you, then you disappear. Was a time I knew I was going somewhere. If only I could find my way clear. But every time I get the wheels turning, this damn road's closed again and I'm still here. Song for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up here the winter nights will turn us to the fire. As I see my boys, I've got my father's eyes. We walk the frozen river flows beneath us. We talk my father's words come to me. The eagle glides, the wind decides where she's searching. Path is always there under your feet. Hear the drum and feel your heart beating. The earth is a song going on the ski. The earth sings a song that sets you free. Oh, I just wanna sing my song with you. I feel the spirits coming through. Sing my song for you. Hello, how are you doing? Such an honor to be here today. Ooh, yeah. Just wanna sing my song for you. Ooh, yeah. Just wanna sing my song for you. Thank you so much. It's like I said earlier, it's great to be here. This is my first time participating in the CFMAs, and it's been such a wonderful experience so far. And what a beautiful setting, and the people have been so kind and helpful. You'll be happy to know I traveled 2 days to get here. It's going to take me 3 days to get home, but it's all worth it. I recorded a solo album over a year ago, and I absolutely had so much fun making that album. It's something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and it really, in a lot of ways, felt kind of magical to me to be able to do that. So this next song is called Magic Hits. I had a dream last night. Everything went right. Kinda took me by surprise. Kinda blew up on my mind. Sometimes things get rough, sometimes tough. There must be more to life than this. Standing on the sidelines, waiting for the highlights, yeah. There must be more to life than this. Praying for the weekend, waiting till the magic hits. I took a walk outside. Everything looked fine. Kinda looked like other skies. I could see it in your eyes. Sometimes things get tight. Oh, outside. There must be more to life than this. Standing on the sidelines, waiting for the highlights, yeah. There must be more to life than this. Praying for the weekend, waiting till the magic hits. There must be more to life than this. Standing on the sidelines, waiting for the highlights, yeah. There must be more to life than this. Praying for the weekend, waiting till the magic hits.
till the magic hits. Yeah, yeah, waiting till the magic hits.
I come from a little small reserve or village, hunter-gatherer village in northern Ontario. It's considered a far north, I guess. And I attended the Indian Day School up until grade 8. And from there I was shipped off to high school in the south at 13 years old. I spoke very little English at that time. It was a pretty scary experience for me and my siblings and some of my relatives and family, friends. To be sort of picked up and uprooted from everything I knew. And then to be dropped in the city. Everything was different for me. Like I felt like I've never seen stop lights before, so I had to conform pretty quickly. I learned English. My parents, where I boarded, spoke French only, so I had to learn a little bit of French, which I'm happy to say I did. I can't speak it, but I did pick it up. I always felt like life in some ways when I leave my home, I feel like is very institutionalized. And part of me has always been wild and free and untamed. So this is what this song is about. I'm trapped inside these institutional walls. Every day I become somebody else. I once sailed the seas, now I roam these streets. There was a time I was free. Feel so lost in these shoes. Who do you want me to be? Indian in disguise, I feel so defeated. Every day is a fight, but I hold my head high. Can't you see I can't change who I am? Yes, I love being brother of the bear. Something you'll all but understand. I once roamed this earth, now I've lost my worth. I was born from this dirt. Feel so lost in these shoes. Who do you want me to be? Indian in disguise, I feel so defeated. Every day is a fight, but I hold my head high. Can't you see I can't change who I am?
you so lost in these shoes? Or do you want me to be in the skies of real sound repeating? Every day is a fight, but I hold my head high. Can't you see I can't change who I am? I said, can't you see I can't change who I am? Thank you.
Adrian Sutherland.
Okay, this next artist was born in Massachusetts and raised right here in Vancouver. And she started playing in the 1990s under the moniker of Oh Susanna. Yeah. Woohoo! So listen to this, you guys. She won a Genie Award for Best Original Song, a Canadian Folk Music Award for English Songwriter of the Year. She's got 10 albums under her belt, and she's also been nominated for 3 Junos and 4 Canadian Folk Music Awards.
Son plus récent album, le premier à paraître sous son nom, lui a valu une nomination au Juno et au Prix de la musique folk du Canada. Après avoir vécu à Montréal et à Toronto, elle est de retour à Vancouver.
Suzie Ungerleider.
Accueillons-la.
Yeah. Woohoo! Where is she?
Just got to set up a little. So nice to be in this room. I did one of my very first gigs here in 1990, never mind. And it was before they had taken all the pews out. All the pews were here, and I was standing right kind of there, and all the lights were on, basically, full on. And I was terrified. But I survived it. You guys are much friendlier than the people, the folk people back then, I think. Is it good? Is it working? Can you guys hear that? Not yet? Should I just tell stories? All right. So it's also really cool to be in this room because I grew up, if you just take the number 10 bus, well, it's not called the number 10 anymore. If you go to 10 UBC, you go way out there to all the naked people on the beach. That's where I grew up. And I went to a high school there with a lot of interesting people. And one day I was at the Hollywood Theater, which is just over there, and I was acting cool with my friend, and we thought we were really awesome because we were probably watching a French film with subtitles. And I turned around, and there was this boy who had gone to my high school, and he still had, but he, you know, when he, in grade 8, he had like long scruffy hair and thick glasses, and he played a lot of D&D. And I thought he was super uncool, but then over the summer, he had gone to Europe and got a nose ring and cut his hair and became this swan of a boy. Even my mother said, David Dupree is very good looking. So I'm like, yeah, but he knows it. But I went to the Hollywood Theater one day and I saw this film and turned around and there he was, and suddenly an arrow pierced through my heart, but I still had to act a bit cool. And then fast forward like a year later, and like by a miracle, because he was basically more pretty than I was, and he became my boyfriend. And his house is like 3 blocks away from here. And Lisa still is there, my kind of cool mom over there. Anyway, more about that later. I'm going to sing this song from my record called My Name is Suzie Ungerleider, and this is called Baby Blues. This one is set in Ontario, where I lived for many years. And you see all the barns and all the fields, and you feel like they might be disappearing soon. But in your mind is a memory, and it kind of haunts you and it kind of keeps you company.
You were driving the back roads last night, under the light of the stars, past fallow fields and broken down barns. When you reached the house with no porch light, you switched off the hum of the car and sat alone in the dark. Always smile through those baby blues. No one knew that you had from a mother who's much too loose and a father who's much too mad. You remembered how we cried that night. Please don't leave us alone. Please don't break up our home. After the credits rolled inside your mind, you turned the key in the car and drove back home through the dark. Always smile through those baby blues. No one knew that you had from a mother who's much too loose and a father who's much too mad. You remembered how we cried that night. Please don't leave us alone. Please don't break up our home. After the credits rolled inside your mind, you turned the key in the car and drove back home through the dark. Turned the key in the car and drove back home through the dark.
Thank you. So before this last record, I wrote a whole record about growing up in this incredible city, which basically is like a village, and thinking it's grown up. And I wrote that record, and I got so homesick I had to move home after being in Toronto for many years. So this song is kind of set, it's on the new record, and it's sort of set in both places. Because right now in Ontario, it's what my friend calls dog poop season. And here it's all blossomy. So my friend, Jim, who produced my record, he gets kind of depressed in April. So I kind of wrote this song for those of you who feel at odds with the seasons. Because
because I'm a Scorpio and, you know, we get a bit of darkness in our soul. And it's all fine in November, but maybe in April you're not supposed to feel that way. November sings with the colored things before they're all covered in white. Fall is not death, you sing under your breath as you slip past the back door and into the night. Smell of smashed pumpkins still fresh in the air. All the fall colors like streaks in your hair. Rattle your chains, flash a fake pair of fangs for to give you dark demons a fight. April, she laughs at that silly old mask that you've worn all winter long. It's the promise of spring and the new blush of green. You're supposed to sing a new kind of song. Smell of pink blossoms all fresh in the air. Light morning raindrops that shine in your hair. You try to smile, but it's loaded with guile, so you end up feeling all wrong. What's to be done? Don't you wanna have fun? They whisper and taunt in your ears. But you'd rather go deep into darkness and weep than to skate on the surface and walk while asleep. The smell of smashed pumpkins still fresh in the air. All the fall colors like streaks in your hair. There's hope in your heart as you walk through the dark, through the leaves and the mud and decay. Through the leaves and the mud and decay. Thank you. So I had this really handsome boyfriend in grade 10, and we went to school with a lot of rock and rollers, and I wished I could sing in front of people, but I was way too shy. So it kind of hurt my soul, my heart, when one day I was standing next to my boyfriend who looked like a rock star, like a punk rock teen idol, and with rooster hair and eyeliner and a lot of joy gel in his hair. And so my friend Paul was like, dude, gotta be the singer in our band, man. All the girls and maybe some boys are gonna fall in love with you. We'll be rich and famous. It's all a done deal. You know, come on down to the rehearsal space, audition, jam. And I was just like, oh man, I wish I could just shove that guy out of the way and grab the microphone. But I was way too chicken to do it, so I have to resort to like the songwriter's revenge, which is writing a song about it 35 years later. Thank you. And then the weird thing about moving back home and you start telling stories, trash stories about your ex-boyfriend, is that sometimes he shows up at the gig unexpectedly. But I know this is way too folk for him. He looks like a biker Santa Claus guy now. Anyway, so nice to play for you, and I'm so honored to be here with all these amazing people. And thanks to everybody organizing this, and I'm just gonna send you off with this cheeky tune about finally trying to, get mine. My boyfriend wants to sing in a band. Goff and Paul tell him, Dave, you're the man. You've got those made-to-measure, skin-tight leather Mexican pants, man, they'll be eating out the palm of your hand. So we take that bus down to Hastings in Maine. He says, I'm glad Georgelle holds up in the rain. Inside the boys are wanking heavy on electric guitar they bought on layaway from Long and McQuain. And it's 1, 2, 3, and they're ready to go. Grab that mic and strike up the pose. But when he opens his mouth, he sings so perfectly out of key. Well, he dreams of rock and roll, but he don't have a soul like me. And I'm just a girl in the corner who knows she can't sing circles around him. But I'm just a girl in the corner, so I don't say anything to them. My boyfriend wants to sing in a band. Goff and Paul say, we're so sorry, man. You've got those lady-slaying looks, but you don't have the goods. It's such a shame you can't sing worth a damn. And it's 1, 2, 3, and they're ready to go. Grab that mic and strike up the pose. But when he opens his mouth, he sings so perfectly out of key. Well, he dreams of rock and roll, but he don't have the soul. Dreams of rock and roll, but he don't have the soul. Dreams of rock and roll, but he don't have the soul like me. No future, no future, no future for him. Thank you so much.
Suzie Ungerleider.
Okay, you guys, so we're going to have a little intermission now. It's a chance for you to get up, stretch your legs, go to the washroom, go buy, Steve is saying, go buy some beer. Yeah, there he's happy now. There he's happy. Misery loves company. No, I'm kidding. Okay, and the other thing we want you to do is to go visit the merch table. As an artist myself, I have to say that oftentimes it's only when we perform live that we get to move our product, you know. So we really want to encourage you to go and buy something if you're enjoying it, because you're not going to, I mean, we don't have record stores anymore, right? So support the artists that are performing today if you like their music.
Right. Allez faire un tour aux tables. And please come back promptly, otherwise we will promptly start without you. À tout de suite.
Kaye halale masaye Yame sangol ni du kolola Kaye halale masaye Kasangolo ye, kadukolo ye, ka adamadeu ye, oni ye soro ye, ka jela ye, ka yiru ye. la. Kaye alale masaye. Unyame sangre ni dugolola. Kaye alale masaye. Unyame sangre ni dugolola. Kaye alale masaye. Wani ekuluye, kasangoloye, kayere nunu mafela. Wani ekojiye, ka alamadeuye, kawasayari alama.
It's been too long. It's been too long, stranger. Guess even hard times fly and leave us speechless. In the darkness before the dawn. Are you hanging on this weather? Are the kids all remember that one time before every sentence felt like a sentence? Life with old friends, droning on. Where's the get? Where's the getting? Being together. Did we forget? Did we forget all?
Is this where I ought to be?
Where's the get? Where's the getting? Being together.
Time has changed the view.
When we forget, are we together? There's no more to get in this together.
père a fait bâtir maison, verger, varger, vergenton.
Mon père a fait bâtir maison, verger, varger, vergenton.
L'a fait bâtir à 3 pignons, sur le brie, sur le brin, sur le Saint-Aury, sur le cul-à-Rome, sur le Saint-Arum.
Gentil corum sur Gélurum.
Miron, plomb, plomb, sur la verte batterie. J'aime l'amourette en vergenton, maluron, maluré.
J'aime l'amourette en vergenton, maluron, maluré.
C'est 3 ouvriers qui la font, verger, varger, vergenton.
C'est 3 ouvriers qui la font, verger, varger, vergenton.
C'est le plus jeune qui sont mignons, sur le brie, sur le brin, sur le Saint-Aury, sur le cul-à-Rome, sur le Saint-Arum.
Gentil corum sur Gélurum.
Miron, plomb, plomb, sur la verte batterie. J'aime l'amourette en vergenton, maluron, maluré.
J'aime l'amourette en vergenton, maluron, maluré.
Ben c'est le plus jeune qui sont mignons, verger, varger, vergenton.
C'est le plus jeune qui sont mignons, verger, varger, vergenton.
Qu'apportes-tu dans ton jupon, sur le brie, sur le brin, sur le Saint-Aury, sur le cul-à-Rome, sur le Saint-Arum.
Gentil corum sur Gélurum.
Miron, plomb, plomb, sur la verte batterie. J'aime l'amourette en vergenton, maluron, maluré.
J'aime l'amourette en vergenton, maluron, maluré.
Qu'apportes-tu dans ton jupon, verger, varger, vergenton?
Qu'apportes-tu dans ton jupon, verger, varger, vergenton?
C'est importé de 3 pigeons, sur le brie, sur le brin, sur le Saint-Aury, sur le cul-à-Rome, sur le Saint-Arum.
Gentil corum sur Gélurum.
Miron, plomb, plomb, sur la verte batterie. J'aime l'amourette en vergenton, maluron, maluré.
J'aime l'amourette en vergenton, maluron, maluré.
C'est importé de 3 pigeons, verger, varger, vergenton.
C'est importé de 3 pigeons, verger, varger, vergenton.
Assoyons-nous et le mangeons, sur le brie, sur le brin, sur le Saint-Aury, sur le cul-à-Rome, sur le Saint-Arum.
Gentil corum sur Gélurum.
Miron, plomb, plomb, sur la verte batterie. J'aime l'amourette en vergenton, maluron, maluré.
J'aime l'amourette en vergenton, maluron, maluré.
Assoyons-nous et le mangeons, verger, varger, vergenton.
Assoyons-nous et le mangeons, verger, varger, vergenton.
En s'assoyant, il fit un bond,
sur le brie, sur le brin, sur le Saint-Aury, sur le cul-à-Rome, sur le Saint-Arum. Gentil corum sur Gélurum.
Miron, plomb, plomb, sur la verte batterie. J'aime l'amourette
en vergenton,
maluron, maluré.
J'aime l'amourette en vergenton, maluron, maluré.
En s'assoyant, il fit un bond, verger, varger, vergenton.
En s'assoyant, il fit un bond, verger, varger, vergenton.
Qui fit trembler mer et poissons,
sur le brie, sur le brin, sur le Saint-Aury, sur le cul-à-Rome, sur le Saint-Arum. Gentil corum sur Gélurum.
Miron, plomb, plomb, sur la verte batterie. J'aime l'amourette
en vergenton,
maluron, maluré.
J'aime l'amourette en vergenton, maluron, maluré.
Oh, qui fit trembler mer et poissons, verger, varger, vergenton.
Qui fit trembler mer et poissons, verger, varger, vergenton.
Et les cailloux qui sont au fond,
sur le brie, sur le brin, sur le Saint-Aury, sur le cul-à-Rome, sur le Saint-Arum. Gentil corum sur Gélurum.
Miron, plomb, plomb, sur la verte batterie. J'aime l'amourette
en vergenton,
maluron, maluré.
J'aime l'amourette en vergenton, maluron, maluré.
Thought I saw a carpenter coming down the road. He didn't have a hammer, but he had a heavy load. He reached his nail-scarred hand, and I caught a glimpse of home when I saw the carpenter coming down the road. Thought I saw a carpenter dressed in only white. We had never met before, but I've known him my whole life. In his eyes I saw forgiveness, like the stories I've been told. When I saw the carpenter coming down the road, he said, I'm glad to see you, son, but now is not your time. You got more roads to travel before you put your hand in mine. He said no matter what's ahead, you'll never walk alone. I'll always be beside you till it's time to come back home. To travel before you put your hand in mine. He said no matter what's ahead, you'll never walk alone. I'll always be beside you till it's time to come back home. Thought I saw a carpenter coming down the road. Didn't have a hammer, but he had a heavy load.
Welcome back. En plus de sa carrière d'auteur-compositrice, la prochaine artiste est aussi très impliquée dans la communauté et les infrastructures du milieu des musiques autochtones. Elle est citoyenne de la nation métisse de l'Ontario et fière membre de la communauté LGBTQ2+.
Back in 2013, she won the Indigenous Songwriter of the Year Award for the Canadian Folk Music Awards, and she's released her 5th album, and she's up here again for another Indigenous Songwriter of the Year Award. She's nominated again, so let's hear it for Amanda Rheaume.
Hi. How's everybody doing? Good? Had a good stretch? Had a good break? No? Okay. So I'm a citizen of the Métis Nation of Ontario. It's an honor to be here on Musqueam, Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh territory. I'm being a guest here. Haven't been here in a while. Back at the CFMAs. It's like, oh, it's been almost 10 years. Yikes. Since I've been here. So thanks for having us. I want to thank the awesome crew here, too, doing this sound for all of us. And I'm going to let Alyssa introduce herself as well.
Tanchi, Alyssa Nanishnikon. Bonjour, mon nom c'est Alissa. I'm super excited to be here. It's been more than 10 years that I've been at the CFMA because I won an award with my brothers, the Métis Fiddler Quartet, in 2012. So it's been a while since I've been back. So super excited to be here with Amanda and representing the Métis Nation here.
Out of this town, break free or they break you down. Did the blood stain your crown and carried us away? buried in the ground. Will you finally listen now? 2 generations crying out, done waiting for the day. Can you feel the heat underneath your feet, rising on the land, stirring in the street, waking from 100 years of sleep, 100 years of sleep, 100 years of sleep. There's a strange light in our eyes. We're done with compromise. All your signs and your lies can't take the truth away. So what's it gonna take? Can you feel the heat underneath your feet, rising on the land, stirring in the street, waking from 100 years of sleep, 100 years of sleep, 100 years of sleep. A whole life lived complacent, everything give and wasted, taking, 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 hands are never clean. It's time for returning, 7th fire is burning, painted skies you never seen, ever seen. Can you feel the heat underneath your feet, rising on the land, stirring in the street, waking from 100 years of sleep, 100 years of sleep, 100 years of sleep, 100 years of sleep, 100 years of sleep. Miigwech, thank you. So, put a record out last year, May 2022 on Ishkade Records, which Shoshona and I started not that long ago. And, thanks. It's been an exciting year, for sure. And it's a real honor to be nominated at the CFMAs. And get to play here today. It's also so nice to run into friends that I haven't seen in so long. Like Susie's not here, but I ran into Suzie Vinnick at the airport, and I was like, this hasn't happened in so long, you know. So everything still feels kind of new. So we're gonna play another tune off the record that, well, essentially it's about learning how to believe people when they tell you that they love you. Anyone else have that? Oh, just me, okay. Shit. This song was written in the pandemic with my good friend Sierra Noble and also Ali Milner. And it's about just that, you know? Quieting down those voices I think that we all might have at different times and accepting the love in our lives. Always thought no one would ever love me. But you showed up and you just won't go away. Yeah, I'm really good at dreaming of the worst cases. Always listening for your voice to change. What if I most of the time. If I'm honest, I can't promise I won't burn us down. I'm working on it, but I get caught in the lies I tell myself. I'm learning that my scars don't tell the truth, but maybe you do. Ain't it funny how much you love silence? 'Cause when it's quiet, all my doubts will fill the room. Even when the sun is brightly shining, I will focus on the one cloud in the blue. What if, what if, what if I don't worry? You say I'm safe, and you say we're fine. I believe you most of the time. If I'm honest, I can't promise I won't burn us down. I'm working on it, but I get caught in the lies I tell myself. I'm learning that my scars don't tell the truth. Maybe you do. There are times when I'm still terrified of it all falling down, of me losing my ground. You say I'm safe, you say we're fine. I'll believe you, I'll believe you. If I'm honest, I can't promise I won't burn us down. I'm working on it, I get caught in the lies I tell myself. I'm learning that my scars don't tell the truth. I'm learning that my scars don't tell the truth. Maybe you do. Give it up for Alyssa up here. I'll do one more for you. I wrote this next one with my very dear friend Kinney Starr, and we got to talking. We get to talking a lot about what's going on in identity politics and on the internet, and I'll speak for myself. And my hope is really that this next song encourages all of us to think about how we can be kinder, you know, and how do we want to be and how do we want to move forward together. This is called Do About Her. She's not quite an Indian girl. She's not quite a white girl either. Heart lives in both worlds. What we gonna do about her? She's not quite an Indian girl. She's not quite a white girl either. Hands out to both worlds. What we gonna do about her? Put a bullet or a blanket out for her. Come and get a look. It's a half-breed girl. Pretty quill boots, prettier curls, bow and arrow sharp, a crisp white shirt, living off the earth. She's not quite an Indian girl. She's always enough, never too much. Her stride across the centuries. Still you say she's not a real Indian girl. She's not quite a white girl either. Heart lives full of worlds. What we gonna do without her? Put a bullet or a blanket out for her. What we gonna do without her? What we gonna do? Gosh, everybody, it's an honor to be here today. Thank you.
Amanda Rheaume.
Yeah, Amanda. My friend Amanda. Okay.
Le prochain artiste est un auteur-compositeur-interprète montréalais qui fait carrière depuis maintenant 18 ans. Il s'est produit sur scène plus de 250 fois en Amérique du Nord, en Europe, en Afrique.
He's got 6 albums under his belt, including an English album, and his albums have earned him plenty of accolades and kudos and acclaim. So he's been nominated this year for French Songwriter of the Year, and we're so glad that he could make it all the way from Montreal.
Please welcome Sébastien Lacombe.
All right. Hello, hello? Hello, hello? How's everybody? Yes. You can hear me right now? So I'm very pleased and honored to be here amongst you. And, for me, last time I was in Vancouver, it was like 22 years ago. I came back from a tree planting from Fort St. John. And I wanted to make an extra buck, so I went to sell beer at Wreck Beach, and I got arrested by the RCMP, so that wasn't too fun. This is Olaf, who co-produced the album with me, so I'm very pleased that he's with me. Donc, c'est ma première chanson qui s'appelle Far West. So fun to be here. C'est le Far West par ici. Far loin d'être joli. Sur cette terre d'Amérique, je ne suis qu'une statistique. Ou un robot programmé sur des pages et des journées qui file comme le métro sous un cocktail météo. Un jour on prendra un train, cheval vapeur pour ailleurs. Faudra aller plutôt loin, surtout le dire à personne. Surtout le dire à personne. À personne. Oh, 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 oh. C'est le Far West, mon ami. La vie est rude de folie. La cavalerie ne viendra pas, elle est tombée au combat. L'amour est pris au lasso. entre Wi-Fi et réseau. Je ne joue plus aux héros, je joue aux jeux vidéo. Un jour on prendra un train, cheval vapeur pour ailleurs. Faudra aller plutôt loin, surtout ne dire à personne. Surtout ne dire à personne. Surtout ne dire à personne. À personne. Oh, 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 un jour on prendra un train, cheval vapeur pour ailleurs. Faudra aller plutôt loin, surtout de dire à personne. 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 À personne. Merci beaucoup. Thank you. So, I was walking in Vancouver today, and I saw all these cherry trees. I think it's fantastic. You live in a beautiful city. You guys are very lucky. And is it Scott that told me there's 74 species of cherry trees here? I think so, yeah. So back home, we have fewer cherry trees. But when I was young, je vais faire de l'anglais français si ça vous dérange pas là. When I was young, my mother, I have like 3 brothers, and my mother, she loved her sons, but she loved her cherry tree, so even more than us actually. So I wrote a song that's named Le Cerisier that talks about, like, you know, the love of family and that time flies. So this is my chanson, Le Cerisier. Oh mon cerisier, je te vois fleurir, je te vois mourir de peur de tout recommencer. Quand mai sera passé, oh mon cerisier, toi qui m'as vu grandir, le temps s'arrête parfois sous l'ombre de tes bras, sous l'ombre de tes bras. Alors dis-moi, 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 seras-tu encore là quand l'aube reviendra? Oh mon cerisier, quand je te vois m'offrir année après année des souvenirs si doux, les fleurs d'une jeunesse enflammée. Alors dis-moi, 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 seras-tu encore là? Alors dis-moi, 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 seras-tu encore là L'aube reviendra, l'aube reviendra, l'aube reviendra. Oh mon cerisier, vas-tu me voir vieillir? J'ai peur de me retrouver seul sans toi, sans l'ombre de ton passé, sans l'ombre de tes bras. Toujours tu étais là, prêt à recommencer. Toujours tu étais là, prêt à recommencer le cycle des années. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. So I wrote this album obviously during pandemic, you know, damn pandemic. So while I was writing the album, my brother, my older brother, he got diagnosed with incurable cancer. And, you know, it was a shock for me, and he passed 2 years ago. So this album that I wrote, it kind of changed my life in a way that, you know, it talks about life, but it talks about death also. And since death is a part of life, you know, it's kind of fitting today that I'm going to play a song that I wrote for him to give him strength, you know, and courage. The fight of his life. We're in the church right now. On est dans une église. So probably he's sitting just right beside you guys. So this is for you, Steph. Une chanson qui s'appelle Bats-toi encore. J'ai passé la nuit à prier tous les saints. Pour que t'ailles droit à plusieurs lendemains. Une tache d'encre qui te pourrit le sang. Faut qu'elle s'en aille, que tu lui pètes les dents. Bats-toi encore. Encore plus fort. Laisse-toi pas faire. Fais-y la guerre. Je voudrais te dire que tout va bien aller. Mais quand je pense au pire, j'ai goût de tout casser. Fait qu'accroche-toi, mon petit radeau. On va lui faire face, lui passer un chaos. Mais pas toi encore. Encore plus fort. Laisse-toi pas faire. Fais-y
laisse-toi pas faire. Fais-y la guerre.
Thanks a lot. Merci beaucoup. I think our time is up. Thanks a lot.
Sébastien Lacombe.
Your time's up, buddy.
C'est le moment d'accueillir le dernier artiste du concert de cet après-midi. Il est de London, Ontario, avec 4 albums à son actif. Il a déjà récolté 2 prix de musique folk canadienne en 2017, catégorie artiste de la relève, Emerging Artist, et auteur-compositeur anglophone de l'année.
He's got a natural talent for thoughtful lyrics and evocative melodies, and this year he's been nominated for 2 awards. He's been nominated for Contemporary Singer of the Year and Contemporary Album of the Year. So let's hear it for Ken Yates.
All right, hello.
Well, the sun is shining, but the TV's on. And you're in there somewhere with the blinds all drawn. And I know I'll find you in your unmade bed, letting news channels get inside your head. And the world is burning while the earth it floods, but we're all just posing, looking out for us. When the ice is melting, when the damage is done, I'll be holding your hand when the big one comes. When the big one comes. And the sins of fathers hang over their sons, while our mothers' daughters fight to be someone. And the pills aren't working, they just clutter your mind. And we'll all get sober for a matter of time. I sing all these songs about how I feel, never really talking to anyone real. One thing I know, when it's all said and done, I'll be holding your hand when the big one comes. When the big one comes. When the big one comes, I'll be holding your hand. So we'll call our parents every Sunday night, and we'll check the weather and tell them we're fine, and spend our money on things that won't help. And we'll all get tattoos when we're bored of ourselves. Don't worry, baby, if we're caught in a swell, we'll be there together, for better or for well. When the sky is falling, I won't turn and run, I'll be holding your hand when the big one
Thank you. They left the saddest guy for last. It's nice to be back in Vancouver. Every time I come here, the weather is like this, so I feel like everybody's just lying about the rain. Every time I come here, I'm like, why don't I live here? I'm originally from London, Ontario, which is not as nice. But I live in a town called Creemore, Ontario now, just outside of Collingwood. Yes, some of you might know the beer. Moved there during the pandemic from Toronto. I've been in Toronto the past 10 years or so, and decided to make the move to the country. And I was a little bit nervous about moving to such a small town. Thought I would miss the city a little bit, but don't miss the city at all, which is great. The only thing I do miss, though, which I didn't realize at the time, when you live in the city, you're kind of anonymous. Like, you're surrounded by all these people, but you don't have to talk to any of them if you don't want to. There's kind of like a secret code. But when you move to the country, you're surrounded by a lot less people, but you have to talk to each and every one of them all the time, every day. And I'm getting used to that. I find myself looking out the windows, making sure that the neighbors aren't there, but they always appear out of nowhere every time I leave the house. Anyways, here's a real palate cleanser. The song's called "The Future is Dead." Tailspin, she's floating in the wind, trying to throw her weight around. What's more, she's swimming for the shore when the city's already drowned. All of the ghosts in this cul-de-sac, they're roaming the hallways, anxious and sad. She said, the future is dead and there's no looking back. Oh no, this thing is gonna blow. Get some cover while you can. So, our best is status quo. Get your news from the weatherman. All of the sheets on this promenade, they're high in the thread count, never get made. She said, the future is dead and there's no way to escape. And it's 4 p.m. It's already dark again. Who are they saving the daylight for? Staring at the sky, shaking her fist. But honest to God, don't bring faith into this. She said, the future is dead and there's no way to resist. She said, it's all in your head and time, it don't ever miss. Thank you. All right, well, thank you guys. This has been it's been really great to be back in Vancouver and back at the Canadian Folk Music Awards. I put out a new record last spring. It's called Cerulean. For those of you, a lot of people seem to be having trouble pronouncing it, so let's just get it out of the way. It was produced by Jim Bryson, and it was my third record with Jim, and yeah, so I'm going to play a song from that. The song's called Don't Mean to Wake You, and my name's Ken Yates, and thanks for listening.
Think I'll try sleeping on the other side. I dreamt of someone else's life. Then I woke up. Here's the thing, been looking back since 17, but it's wondering what tomorrow brings. It's keeping me up. Just ignore me. Quiet comes without any warning. It can probably wait till the morning. I don't mean to wake you up. I don't mean to wake you up. But you should know I never mean to get so low. I like to think that I could grow. Then I grew up. I find these days my silences are full of rage. My heaven is a quiet place to blow it all up. Don't you bore us, spit it out and get to the chorus. I don't think it can wait till the morning. I don't mean to wake you up. I don't mean to wake you up. But I was wondering how anybody can sleep so well, dreaming while I go around on a carousel, trying to find a home in myself. I was wondering how anybody can sleep so well, dreaming while I hear the sound of alarming bells, trying to find a home in myself. But mostly I feel more like a hotel. I don't mean to wake you up. I don't mean to wake you up.
Thank you so much. Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Ken Yates.
Well, that's it for today. Our performances are all over, and we're really glad that you showed up, but we have more.
Yeah, don't go away. In a few minutes downstairs, in another room, we're screening the award-winning film Sultans of String, The Refuge Project. Sultans of Strings are nominated for 4 CFMAs this year, including Global Roots Album and Contemporary Album of the Year. It's free with what you paid to come here. Just follow the signs, leave from the bar door, go downstairs, follow the signs, film, important film.
But we have the awards are just starting. Tonight's our first awards show at 6 o'clock. There's another one tomorrow night. So tonight it's going to feature performances by Geneviève et Alain, Angelique Francis, Camille Cal McKierney, and Barney Bentall. And then tomorrow morning we're presenting Children and Family Music Showcase, featuring 6 amazing acts for kids and the young at heart at the Waterfront Theatre from 11 till noon. And then tomorrow night is our final awards show. So it's been spread over 2 evenings. And we're going to have performing Abigail Lapel, Wesley, Mama's Broke, Digging Roots, and John Wart Hannon. Hannon. So there's lots of more music ahead.
Thank you, Sandy. It was great to be with you. C'est peut-être la fin du concert, mais c'est le début des prix de la musique folk canadienne. Ça ne fait que commencer. Merci et allez voir le film et bonne soirée.
You say that so nicely.